let's dive in.
So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the Terran's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place.
In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Lunar affinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend.
Hello everyone, welcome in. It's been a minute since I've seen y'all. Hopefully you guys have been having a good week. I've been feeling a little under the weather, nothing crazy, but just not feeling great. So I've just been taking it easy, much needed rest, and because I don't know how I'm gonna feel for the rest of the week, I don't know when I'm gonna be back. I'm hoping I can finish out the rest of the week, at least up until the weekend, but we'll just have to take it one day at a time. Sweeter, hello, I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I'm just trying to get over whatever this is. I think it's allergies, but truth be told, I do not know. We are going to do some free yes no's for everyone. Oh, hey, Amy. Welcome in, girl. Oh, you're on your other account. I didn't know you had another account. Hey, IJ. Welcome in. How are you? Hey, Aesthetic. Thanks, Culture. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, have any of you guys ever felt the feeling when you think you're getting sick and you might experience certain symptoms like a stuffy nose or a sore throat or body aches or something, but it never quite comes to fruition. You can feel your body actively fighting something off, but you don't actually get quote unquote sick. You just have the symptoms and you're very low energy, but you wouldn't consider yourself all out not doing well. That's kind of how I've been feeling, is I can actively feeling my body trying to fight something off, and I'm just trying to give it the support it needs to heal so that I don't actually get sick. But it's making me feel it has been making me feel very drained, very tired, kind of I have pain, I guess you could say, an achy body, that kind of stuff. So I'm just taking it easier. I'm okay, but I don't know. So Monday ended up being a really weird day for me. I woke up really late and the whole day was a wash. Basically, from the second that I woke up, I just felt like I didn't get anything done. So last night I had a lot of errands to run, and I took my husband's car to my dad's work to get some things fixed in his car. And I was running errands all night which is why you guys only saw me doing offline readings yesterday. But hopefully I can be here tomorrow and Friday and just kind of finish the week out strong. But like I said, we'll take it one day at a time. But it's nice to see everyone here. Lots of people are asking questions tonight, so I'm happy to see you guys. Philomena, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, man. I guess it's just that time of year. You don't know if you're sick or pregnant, but the symptoms and dreams seem to be on point. Oh, wow. Philomena, I got your donation. Thank you. I will add you after SB. I did post the list a little bit ago, so if you want to see what the list is looking like, just check it out. Thank you, Nessa. Yeah, if you guys want to send me good vibes, I would appreciate it. I do not want to actually get sick, so that would be amazing. Oh, okay, Amy. Well, however you can be here is great. I also like your profile picture. That's really pretty. I have been taking my vitamins. I've been taking multivitamin. I've been taking zinc. I've been drinking tea, the one like dandelion tea, which helps like with your liver detox and stuff. One thing that I could be doing more of is acai, because a lot of times I'll do an acai bowl or I'll mix it in a smoothie or a drink. That really helps with like, I think, free radicals, if I'm not mistaken, and like antioxidants, like just to detox your body. So I could be doing better with that, but I'm not eating sugar literally at all, no alcohol, nothing like that. I'm doing my best. Yes, culture, exactly that feeling. Oil of oregano. I will look into that. Thank you for the recommendation. Oh my goodness, sweeter. Well, you might be pregnant. Hey Ari, welcome in. Oh, culture. You know what? I put Sweeter's name on the donation list. That was supposed to be you, culture. I'm so sorry. That was not Sweeter donation, culture donation. Sorry, culture. I did get it. I'm just scrolling through everyone's questions right now, saving them so we can get these going. Oh, wait. So Sweeter and culture sent? Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes. Okay. Now it's making sense. Okay. Culture. Yes, you're right. So sorry. Sweeter. So sorry. I'm getting confused. So culture. I have a pre-order from you from a couple days ago that was for an in-depth reading. I will add you back to the list. I'm so sorry. You guys, I'm so sorry. That's what it was. You're like a pre-order. Okay. Amy, have you been able to go to work? Okay. All right, guys, let me update the donation list really quick because I'm like confusing everyone. My bad. All right, so culture is a multiple day pre-order, like pre-order. So culture is gonna go first, then Eliana, then Sweeter, then SB, and then Philomena. That is the order. We can't do any skips tonight as of right now because everyone is a pre-order except for Philomena. So everyone's a pre-order. I'm just going to put PO next to your name, which means you're a pre-order, which means no one can skip you. just so that doesn't get confusing. We'll put PPO next to culture because she's a pre order. Okay. Oh, Amy, that's good. Yes, you're going to need some time off. All right, let's do some free reads real quick, everybody. We got a lot of free reads to do. Please make sure that you're liking the live stream. If you asked for a yes/no question, the only thing I ask is that you like the live stream, so that way we can exchange our energy here free for free. I do know that I've got like almost 20 people asking questions tonight, but that does not equate to the amount of likes that I have. So if you haven't had a chance to do that yet, I really appreciate it. Shar, does T the Aries have romantic feelings towards me? We have a maybe, the Hierophant. I'm leaning towards a no right now, Shar. I think this person just needs to get to know you better, maybe figure out what interests you guys have in common, and maybe just get to know each other better before that can happen. Dodger. W coming towards Dodger. Yes, we have Ace of Wands. This is fast movement. Nessa, is Ryan happy I made the first move yesterday? Nessa. He wanted to be the one to do it, but overall he feels very lucky. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Boss Lady. Oh. This isn't a question. This is a confirmation. Boss Lady. Everything I said came true for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, thank you for that confirmation. You said, update me and my husband are back together. And all he keeps saying that he loves me. Oh, well, I'm happy to hear that. Congratulations on that. I'm really happy to hear. All right, so your question, what's husband's energy towards Boss Lady? So Boss Lady, you got to ask a yes or no question. Oh, wait, you did. Hold on. Let me keep scrolling. All right, let's see. Will Albany approve visit to see your husband? Will Albany approve visit to see your husband? I have the 9 of Swords. Will Albany approve the visit? I think in the end, Boss Lady, you're going to get a yes, but I would not be surprised if at first you get a no and then that changes. There seems to be some kind of challenge here with this question. Langland. So it's a yes or no question for you. It can't be a this or that, either or kind of thing. So I'm just going to ask Ricky we'll ask about Ricky. Is Ricky the future husband of Langland? Is Ricky the future husband of Langland? I have a yes. We have the 10 of Cups, so hopefully that answers both questions for you. Sophie, I have a maybe. 2 of Swords. I think there's an issue with a masculine energy, Sophie. I don't know if this resonates for you or not, but there's someone who gives off a masculine energy. Even if it's a woman, it could just be someone who's in charge, maybe, that has got some kind of like eye on you or issue here. This is likely a man, but it can just be portrayed as masculine energy, someone who makes decisions. I have the 2 of Swords, which just means maybe. I don't know for sure. I would say just kind of ride low. Try not to make too much fuss. Maybe try not to be super argumentative at this time because they may be looking for something to let you go over. Amy. Culture, please post. Oh, wait, I have your question. Never mind. Culture, are you still in here? Because you're going to be first on my donation list. Amy, I have a yes. Queen of Pentacles, maybe offering you strength as well during this time. Queen of Pentacles. Anna, maybe helping you to see your worth, Amy. Something along those lines, seeing your worth. I have a yes, Anna. We have the 10 of Cups. This is honesty here. Honesty and alignment. IJ. If you're on your way out, please make sure you're liking the live stream if you haven't already. I'm going to say no, IJ, not today. We have the Fool. That's a maybe for me, but I did get, what was it? The Death card, I think, or Three of Swords, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a no card. But I got confirmation from the Fool. This indicates that she's kind of just like off doing her own thing. This is the card of freedom. So maybe she's just really busy, like with her day, just doing all her things. And I don't know. That's what I'm getting. All right. Smiley. Smiley, I have a yes. Page of Swords. This person is eager to continue to get to know you. Daisha. Congratulations on your new spouse. I have a yes. 9 of Cups. This is a great year for you, Daisha. Where you have like wish fulfillment and things like that, Daisha. Okay, so Sienna, I have a yes. We have the Page of Cups, someone new. Ari. Ari. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. Let me catch up on the chat real quick here. It was silly, Ari, but it was cute. I mean, take advantage of the yes, no while you can. Shar, thank you, Luna. You're welcome. Dodger, thank you for the great read. Everything you told me has come true. And yes, try oil of oregano. Look up the reviews. Thank you so much, Dodger. I'm happy to hear that my readings are, you know, validated through you. So I do appreciate you letting me know that. Oh, you want to change your question? Okay, culture. Got it. Got it. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome, friends. Philomena, I will save yours. If I can't get it done before you go to work, I will save it for next time. Hi, nannies. Welcome in. All right. I gotta get this free list closed out here. So, we gotta close this down. All right. Let's make sure no more posting for free, guys. Free list is closed. Let me make sure that I can get through my donations because they've been waiting. All right, aesthetic. Is Janelle not posting new vids because she's ashamed what she did? I have a no. I have the devil aesthetic. I don't think there's shame here. Or if there is shame, that's not the reason, okay? Sweeter than a rice cake. Yes, we have the star here, sweeter. I'm getting a yes, very feminine energy. Nannies. Nannies. Yes. 8 of Wands. This is a very, very fast moving and intentional energy. Kashish. I have a yes. We have the 4 of Wands. This future spouse also means marriage. Ocean, summer. Thank you for the compliment. Love the vibes of this channel. Ocean, summer. I have a no. The 5 of Wands. Remember, everyone, energy can change and shift depending on the decisions that we make in our life and also the decisions that other people make in their lives as well. So consider readings as like a check-in, kind of like an interim report, letting you know where you're at, how things are going. If you don't like what you hear, you can do your best using your own free will to influence or change an outcome if it has to do with you and you alone. If this has to do with decisions that other people are making or other people in your life are involved in these questions, then you do have to like leave room for that variable. However, if you do like what you hear, I recommend don't making any changes. Just continue on the path that you're on. All right. Catching up with the list right now. Guys, stop. Oh my God, my cats are fighting right now. I know, Amy, you're coming up on like, well, you came up on a year of meeting and then everything. So, Amy, I know this time is just going to be really hard for you, but please hang in there. Please rely on your friends and the people in your life that you have. You're very lucky to have them. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. I really appreciate it. Eliana checked in. Amy, have a great night. It was good to see you again. Thank you for checking in with me. Yes, every once in a while, but don't stress yourself out, Amy. Now that I know that you're good, now that I know that you're okay, don't feel like you have to like check in with me all the time. You're welcome, Aesthetic. It was an interesting card for the question you asked. I agree. You're welcome, Kashish. I'm really happy to hear that. You're welcome, Ocean. All right, guys. Woo, that was a lot. All right, culture. I want to change my question. I know I said more to Brad than I should have. I want to know if he has just been pretending to be nice to me to get dirt from my boss or dirt on your boss. Plan to be more careful with him, open to any messages that come along. Yes, Eliana, I reached out to her friend and I was like, can you please have her contact me? Just wanted to make sure she's okay. And she did. So it all worked out well. There was something wrong though. I knew that I had a weird feeling for a reason, but she's okay though. All right. Has he just been pretending to be nice to get dirt on Culture's boss? Has he just been pretending to be nice to get dirt on Culture's boss? Was he pretending to be nice? Hmm. Oh no. I asked if he has any integrity when it comes to you, and I'm getting a no. I have Ace of Swords in reverse, which is like exploitation. So like exploiting you for information. Um maybe asking you things, kind of put backing you against a corner, or like communicating with you when he feels like you really haven't had a chance to think through things. To like, so for example, if someone has like, they're trying to put you on the spot, like that's the vibe, like putting you on the spot, not really allowing you to have the opportunity to really think through things, to think to yourself, is this a good idea, is this the, oh no, you're not, you believe the best in people. That's not a bad quality, by the way. It's other people's problem that they want to take advantage. But I think that putting you on the spot and basically not giving you enough time to really think to yourself, is this information that I want to release? Is this a good idea? I kind of feel like you just might have felt like you could trust in that moment and you didn't really have the opportunity to think it through. And I feel like that was very intentional on his part. All three of these cards talk about failure. So this just like was not a good a good choice. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So in this situation, it feels like maybe oversharing, because Eight of Pentacles in reverse talks about overspending, spending more than you have. So maybe sharing more than you should have. Yeah, that's interesting. And, I asked if he has just been pretending to be nice to you to get dirt, and I am getting a yes. I have 3 yeses in a row. I think this is what he was hoping for with the star. I think what it was the Six of Pentacles. It was like, I'm going to give a little bit to this person and see if maybe they bite. You know what I mean? And see if maybe they'll share with me because they feel like they can. Now, what's he going to do with this information? To be honest, I truthfully don't know. Part of me thinks that he just likes having information. It's not that he's necessarily going to do anything with it. He just might really like gossip. I've been learning a lot lately about like matrix of resources as well as the destiny matrix. And I hear that people who have a lot of 3s in their birthday and their matrix of resources, they like to gossip as well. They like to collect information. So it would be interesting to take a look at his matrix of resource to see, because if he has a lot of 3s in his like numerology, it would make sense. Because like I said, I don't necessarily think that he wants to do anything with it. It just might have not been the best for you and for your reputation to have shared this information with him. Because I see him here kind of like the collector, like wanting to take all the information and keep it to himself. Now, would he use it if he needed to? Absolutely. That's the problem with someone like him having this information, is that he could throw it back and throw it out. Like, if he feels he needs to, he will throw you under the bus. Like, that's the problem. He will air out anyone's dirty laundry just for the sake of protecting himself. So, him oversharing was more like a tactic. I bet you anything, the stuff that he has told you, other people probably already know about. So it's not as valuable as the information that you provided to him. Do you get what I mean? Now, we do have the Ten of Swords, which indicates that you can escape this quote-unquote ruin. You can just Uno reverse him. Find ways to get information from him without giving any information yourself, and keeping the stuff that he says in your back pocket, because you want to level up with him. You want to make it so that way if anything comes of this, that you are set up for success, because especially in the workplace, you definitely don't want to be like the one that he's pointing the finger at. So if you can hold on to this information that he's also provided to you, then you have a way to be like, you guys meet each other eye to eye. You know, you guys are like at a stalemate. Like, if you say this, then I'm going to say this. So I just wouldn't say anything at all. And you'll have like an understanding, because the information that you have provided is just as important to keep to yourself as the information that he provides to you. So like, there's an understanding there that if he says what you've said to him in confidence, that you will also air out his dirty laundry. So yes, I do recommend just making sure that you guys stay on the same level, in terms of like what information you both have on each other, like what dirt you guys have on each other, and like just not oversharing anymore. I don't necessarily think he's going to do anything with this information, but in the meantime, set yourself up for success. See if you can figure anything else out about him, so that way you guys can just be on the same page about, don't say anything that I have told you, and I won't say what you have said. Sometimes with these people, you just kind of have to get even, which may not be the way that you naturally work. But if you're dealing with someone, you don't want to have this ticking time bomb above your head where you're like, I never know when this person is going to say this. Like, is this person ever going to say it? Is this person never going to say it? And like, just the knowing that this is hanging over your head indefinitely is enough to drive you crazy. So just arm yourself with more dirt on him, this guy, and I think you're going to feel a lot better in your position. But that's what I've got for you, culture. So next up, I have Eliana. So Eliana, would you like to do your in-depth first, or your channeled message? Oh, didn't mean to post that. Remove. You're welcome, culture. All right, we're doing channeled reading first. All right, channeled message. All right, Eliana, bear with me while I get this going for you. For everyone else, I will be periodically monitoring the chat. If you have any questions, I'm here, and I'll try to answer you as quickly as I can. But it is going to be a bit quiet. It's usually how it goes here when I do a channeled message. But then I'll be back to complete that reading, and then we'll move on to more tarot readings. We are still accepting donations, but that list will probably close soon-ish. Because I don't know if I'll be here for very much longer than the list that I currently have. However, if you want to donate, feel free to do so until I close the list. Thanks, girl. You said you're cleaning makeup brushes while you listen. That's awesome. I actually got to do that soon again. I got this thing on from Temu, and it's one of those like battery operated makeup brushes that you like attach your makeup brush, and it comes with like this fishbowl looking thing, but it's supposed to clean them, and then once you rinse them out, then you can push the button and it spins it and it like dries them really fast. So that was pretty cool. I haven't used it yet, but I'm excited to. It seems like it's going to work pretty well, hopefully. Yeah, I don't think it was too expensive. I think it was probably in like the $10 to $15 range. It wasn't too bad. It took a while to get here, but you know, it's Temu, so. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay. So almost the energy from this is making me feel like he's realizing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. I'm getting some messages. We're flowing now with some juice. At first, I was like, wait, what's going on? Just ignore me. I'm thinking out loud right now. I feel like there's something that he has not. Maybe he has now at this point, but he wasn't before coming forward about. Like he's saying, I'm holding back. Like, yeah, we get that, but it almost feels like he wants to be vulnerable and like open up to you a little bit more to better understand him. You laughing at me? You said you're good. Yeah. Okay. You know, it's making me feel that way because the justice is in reverse. And so, like, the justice is, like, how you treat people, you know? And it's about being, like, upfront and honest and direct. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm like talking out loud, but also it's like helping me channel this right now because what I'm getting from this is that he's not used to speaking certain things out loud that are really getting to him. He internalizes it. So when I channel him, I usually have an okay time. But for some reason tonight, I feel like I have to say things out loud to understand the sentiment behind the message. So I'm kind of talking to you, but at the same time, I'm like just trying to channel as best as I can because it almost seems like it's almost like he doesn't even know what he's trying to say until he says it out loud. You know, like there's people out there that'll be like, I have to think through things out loud to understand what I'm trying to say. That's what I feel like for him. Yeah. Okay, sweeter. The issue with this person, Eliana, is you need someone like who he is right now is not meeting your needs. Like that's I think where this problem is that he still has a lot of work to do. You've done the work. And it doesn't mean this is a bad match compatibility wise, connection wise, but it means that it's a bad match vibrationally. Like, because of the work he still has to do, it's not going to be in harmony with you right now. It's not going to be in good alignment here. Like, and I think that's the issue. And I think a lot of the times that's why we stay hung up on people, because we feel like, well, we have so much going for us and we have such a good time. And like, I feel a connection with this person and da da da. But it's like, if you guys aren't there on the same wavelength, like if it's not a good vibrational match for you, it's not going to work until they do the work. He has work to do, which is why you chose him. And that's what you've got to do. Yeah. And I feel like too, I'm going to give you this letter here in a minute when I'm done. I feel like for him, he is articulating himself in this letter, but it's almost like he's expressing himself and he's saying things that you need to know about him, but you can only get but so deep with him. You can only penetrate but so far below the surface. And I feel like everything he's saying in this letter is just going to validate how you've been feeling, Eliana, but at the same time, it's not going to change the results. It's not going to change the fact of the matter, and that is that you guys are in different places. It's just going to give you check boxes to go, and that's a reason why I can't do this with you right now, and that's another reason why I can't do this with you right now. And it feels like a catch-22, and I'll explain that in a minute, what I mean by that. You said, I don't know. Wait. Oh, wait. I missed a lot. Hold on. Let me scroll up. He's been posting little things to kind of get your attention online, but you're bypassing it. You don't know. You didn't tell me. No, I don't think you told me. But you felt he was trying to match your energy. Yeah. He told you he worked out 2-3 days out of the week. And when I told him I worked 6, he started doing 6. Oh my gosh. Almost like comparing himself to you in some way. When he told you he did 30 minutes cardio, but you told him to do another hour, so he started upping his cardio, which I felt was cute, but then a little more things popped up, and you were like, wait. Yeah. Like, that's what I was getting. That's what I mean. So give me a second while I explain it. Because I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay. All right, so he says, I'm realizing some truths about us and our connection. I'm understanding the things that worked in the past are not going to work here. I'm thinking about you a lot, and I know I'm not always great at showing it. I haven't treated you how you deserve because I'm just going about things how they were shown to me. I know that I can come off detached or distant, but I do care, just have a lot of walls. I don't know how to balance everything I'm feeling. There are things in my past I still need to work through, and I want to do that because of you. But it also means that this will affect how I show up in the connection. I can't focus on your needs while I'm figuring out mine. And why I said this was a catch-22 is because you are inspiring him. He's saying you're the reason that he wants to do this, that he wants to work on himself. But at the same time, it means that it's going to affect how he shows up in the connection. So on one hand, you're making him want to be better and try harder. But on the other hand, because of that, now he can't present to you the way that he should. So it's like, it is a catch-22, right? Yeah, it makes so much sense. So, with that being said, what can I do for your in-depth reading? You definitely got caught onto this. Or you definitely caught onto this, yeah. You're way ahead of him. Isn't that how it goes? And you know, the thing is that just because someone is not a vibrational match for you doesn't mean that they can't be. But he's got to do that work on his own. He has to be willing to do that work. Because a lot of times in relationships, we vibrationally change. Like, I can think so many times when Brennan and I met. By the way, I'm shuffling for your question. We were a great vibrational match when we first started dating. And then we each went through our own like periods where it's like I was awakening, or I was growing spiritually, or I was like fascinated by certain things and waking up to the matrix that I felt that I was in and wanting to change my reality, and feeling as though he was caught in the matrix and I was trying to show him a different way. And I'm sure I was just coming off like a really crazy person. But eventually he saw what I saw and he understood and he caught up. But usually it's always me first. And so the only thing that saves our relationship is his belief in me and his support. And eventually things start clicking, because then he goes, wait, didn't you say that like 6 months ago? And I'm like, yeah, see? And he's like, okay, this is making sense now. So it's like, it's just, he has to have belief and faith that I'm not just this cuckoo birds person. Like, I'm actually making sense. And then once he can see it for himself, then we align again and he can connect with me again. So we're going to constantly have that in a relationship. The problem is starting off when you're not already at a good vibrational match, because then he's not going to have the capacity to catch up with you very easily. He's going to just be feeling further and further behind. Eventually, that might be more discouraging to his own personal journey than feeling inspired by you. You spoke on Monday. Not cuckoo birds. Yeah, he's like, am I going to come home and you're going to be like trying to figure out some missing persons, solve some missing persons case, or have like newspaper clippings all over the place? Because I can hyperfixate like with the best of them. But I told him that I get interested in things and then I learn that all that I need to learn and then I move on to the next thing. I don't ever delve in like a crazy person. But I said, but you best believe if something happened to anyone that I love, I would be the one to solve that case. That's for damn sure. So you better be happy I'm in your corner. You spoke on Monday when you told him adults speak and not run from things. You also told him you're not perfect, but neither is he. We won't always be the same. There are triggers he has to work on, make sense, because that's how relationships should be. We will be first because of our own spiritual path. Right. Cracking the fuck up. That's some shit I would do. No, seriously. All right, let's pull some cards for you now. All right, you got the sun on your side. You might have a boost in recognition, Radiant, or Eliana. I look at your name, I'm like, Radiant, but I'm like, I know who I'm talking to. Eliana, you will have like a boost maybe in exposure. When the sun is shining down on things, it's just things are definitely more visible. So I'm thinking visibility. I'm thinking platforms, social media, recognition in your business, maybe more orders, maybe just more attention to yourself in your day-to-day life. Just you have more visibility in the near future, coming months, if you will. So this could also translate to feeling more optimistic, feeling like you're being seen, you're being heard, you're being understood. Things might come easily for you, be in this energy because of this. I'm also feeling maybe more confidence, more willing to be express yourself because you feel better, well received. So you might try to launch something that seems a little bit nuanced, a little bit kind of unexpected, still in line with what you typically do, but maybe just a little edgier or a little different. But because you feel that you're being appreciated by your audience, whether that be your friends, your family, your customers, your clients, whatever, you might be a little bit more willing to kind of push the boundaries and try something new or introduce something new because you feel that receptivity in other people when it comes to you. So feeling generally more lucky in the near future, feeling more like happy, open, enthusiastic. This card does come with children. So if that's a possibility for you, just be very aware of that. Oh, you did a deep dive in the Selena case. Oh man, sounds like something I would do, girl. You're feeling really good in general. That makes sense. You love pushing boundaries. So if there's something, obviously you probably want to get like an astrology reading with this or something like that. But if you're feeling this energy and you're feeling very lucky and there's something that you're thinking about launching or something that you want to do, even if that means doing something different with your physical appearance, if that means like, oh, I don't ever wear Doc Martens, but I wanted to, let me go ahead and do that now. If there's a specific like type of cuisine, if you like cooking and you're like, I feel intimidated by making that specific thing, let me go ahead and do it during this time. Like essentially you're just pushing the bounds a little bit in the coming weeks, months, where you're feeling a little bit more like, I can do this thing that maybe typically I'd feel wasn't really me. Maybe changing your hairstyle or trying a different way to wear your makeup. Maybe feeling more creative as well, more willing to like get yourself out of your comfort zone. Maybe when it comes to your clients, like if you're doing hair, you might want to try a technique you haven't before because you're feeling a little bit more capable or able. So definitely feel like, yes, more in your power. I also feel like some stagnant things are coming to a close for you. I think that's more so your mindset of just allowing things to just be and let be. The Five of Wands in reverse just indicates the end of a conflict or reaching an agreement or like compromise, like essentially saying, okay, that's done, moving forward. I think just being in this space of, if it's not meant for me, it won't pass me by. And if it is meant for me, it will find me. So I think that just this very relaxed, unattached essence that you are right now is allowing for a lot of stagnancy to come to a close. You're not putting energy in areas that don't feel fruitful. So this might also be a good time to kind of release, purge. If you haven't used that pan in your kitchen, or that hair product, or that lip gloss is about to expire, or you're like have a jacket that you haven't seen hasn't seen the light in 7 years, maybe get rid of those things. Like just essentially don't keep things around you right now if they're not making you feel alive. I think a lot of too, having people, things, items, thought patterns, whatever, where they aren't really serving you in the right way could make it harder for you. It could cause blocks. It could make you feel like you can't make decisions about things, or maybe things are being delayed or postponed because you feel like, oh, I've got to hold on to that thing, or I've got to do that thing. I think lots of, you have the Six of Wands. So lots of, maybe fame, maybe with the Sun here and the Six of Wands, this could indicate like some kind of collaboration. Maybe there's some kind of like brand deal or some kind of exchange of goods and services. Maybe getting someone to promote you, or you're promoting a brand, something like that. or some type of collab on a giveaway. I don't know. That's kind of what it feels like for me. Feel like this energy is very much focused on you. But at the same time, I feel like it's touching a lot of luck in other areas of your life. Yeah, girl. That's awesome. But remember about the pregnancy thing, okay? Yay, yes. Like this is the time right now to just complete those tasks that you have had kind of in the back of your mind. And you're like, I really need to get this done, but it keeps getting pushed off, pushed off, pushed off because you want to monetize, amplify, like basically like just amplify. Is that what I'm looking for? Amplify these opportunities that are coming your way. And by clearing out the stagnant things that need to be taken care of or need to be taken out or sold or thrown away or whatever, you will amplify on this and you will get that return a lot, much more. Words aren't working for me right now, but I hope you get what I'm saying. I feel like I don't know English or something, and it's the only language that I know, so don't know what's going on there. But you get me, Eliana. Sometimes I feel like I don't even need to explain myself and you understand. So you're very welcome. I'm glitching, guys. You dreamt you were pregnant. Oh my goodness. Well, I know that I say this and I have no idea what's going on in your personal life, so maybe there's no threat to you, but just in case, just be mindful of your decisions during this time. All right. So have a good night, Eliana. Okay, so we have Sweeter for a mini and we have a boss lady for a mini. So with that being said, we're doing boss lady first. So if boss lady and Sweeter can confirm for me, 1 mini for Sweeter, 1 mini for boss lady, and we're doing boss lady first, that would be great. And you know, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and close my list because Mamacita is tired. So we're done here. If anybody wants to add to their reading, I'll allow it tonight, but I'm not taking new donations. Perfect. Thank you guys for confirming. All right, boss lady, you're up. Let me know what your question is. All right, can you look deeper into the free question? Oh, let me look back at the free question. I already forgot it. Or you said he keeps saying that he loves you. He does. He does love you. Okay, I remember. It was like, I think it was a yes, ultimately a yes, but there seemed to be some kind of hiccup, almost like they might say no and then change their mind or something. What is Albany, by the way? What is that? Is that the place he's at right now? Is that what it's called? DOC. Okay, I got you now. Yes, I'm remembering. Culture, yeah, that's fine with me, girl. Do whatever you gotta do. I'm here for you. All right, let's look into this. I think at the end of the day, it was a yes. We do have the lovers here, so that indicates like good news for you for a visit. Okay, I understand now. I understand. Makes sense, makes sense. Why would she get potentially a no at first? Okay, so this is like really interesting. I'm not guaranteeing a no first and then a yes. Okay, I want to be clear about that. It's probably going to be a yes no matter what, but I'm saying if for whatever reason. Oh my God, that's literally the situation I was saying. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Okay, so remember when I said you might get a no first and then you get a yes? That's where that energy was coming from. It was a denial. So this is making sense now. So when you asked for a visit, I didn't know you were asking for a visit on an appeal. So that's where that comes from. So the denial is the energy I was tapping into. Remember earlier I said it'll probably be a no at first. It's a yes, but it might be a no first, and then it changes to a yes. That's what I was talking about earlier. So now that I understand the situation, I feel, because what I was going to say, this is what I was going to say. I feel like they did not have all the information. Okay. I feel like they were making a decision based on the information that they had, and that's all they could do. Because what I have here is the Two of Wands. Yes or no? Like, are we going to do this? Are we not going to do this? And I have the star here in reverse, which indicates a lack of something. So I was thinking, okay, well, if they're making a decision, yes or no, and then they have a lack of something, that could potentially be a lack of documents, a lack of information, like a lack of things that they need to make the best decision possible. Maybe there was some kind of conflict where they made a decision because something had happened, and maybe they were like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know what it was, but there was something here that felt like they didn't have all the pieces to the story when they made the decision that they made. and coming through with an appeal does feel like it gets approved. What it's making me feel like, do you know, like in any kind of movie where there's like a captain and he has to make a decision on something, and are they going to go this way and do this thing, or are they going to go this other way and do this other thing, and they're literally about to launch whatever decision that was with the information that they had, and then all of a sudden a guy comes running in, wait, let me through, captain, here's more information. And then they're like, okay, thank God you came at the last minute, because now I can make a different choice that's a better outcome. That's what it feels like. I have the Knight of Swords, almost like your appeal is like rushing in with new information, new insight, new perspective, new whatever. And it's allowing for the person that's in charge to make these decisions to override the original one. Okay. You said you remember you read on them seeing each other. Yeah, you told her this, but she listens to you. The superintendent denied me. I'm sorry about that. We're going over superintendent's head is what it feels like to me. Wow, I actually find that so crazy that earlier I was like, I think it might be a no first, but then it's a yes. And you got a denial and submitted an appeal. That's literally so crazy. So yeah, we're getting a good result from this. I have the Lovers and I have the Page of Cups. So thank you for allowing me to clarify why I was sensing a no and then a yes, us working together to put the pieces together. But I do feel like the first person that denied was just making a very, like, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. For some reason, the word slapstick is coming to me, but I don't think that's right. They just made a knee jerk. That's what it is. They just made a very knee jerk reaction without really thinking things through. And so by submitting the appeal, that's where things work out for you. We love when you don't hold back. You give us all the business. That makes me happy. I mean, I really try to make sense of it, because what happens is if I pull cards, that's it. Those are the cards that I pull, and I can't change it. So if it's not making sense, I'm like, okay, work with me. Let's figure this out together, because the message from Spirit is this: how does this apply to your life? And like this, now that I got that information, this makes so much more sense to me. But yeah, the Lovers and the Page of Cups. So what that's telling me, boss lady, is that you should believe in the impossible. The Page of Cups a lot of times is like a messenger of love, meaning that you're going to get some kind of contact that appeals to you, that makes you happy, that makes you feel like you're getting what you want out of this. And the Lovers indicates like uniting with like your true love. So those are really good cards in this circumstance to get to answer that question. I didn't get a timing. I'm not sure. Yeah, because that's not the question I asked, so I don't want to make a guess. I feel like if I'm gonna go with my intuition, I want to say yes. But again, it's not the question I asked. It's not the card that I pulled. But I feel like that's adequate time. I think 3 months is adequate time. Sweeter, so you said that you want to just do a yes/no question and that's it? Or what are we doing for you? Oh wait, no. Oh my god, I keep getting you and oh my god. Culture and sweeter. I keep getting you guys confused. You want to know why? I get you guys confused because your names are not actually your names. That's why I'm getting you guys confused. So I have a mini for sweeter and I have a possible yes, no elaboration for culture. I did it again. I did it again, guys. Also, if you haven't heard, I'm glitching, apparently, and like not making sense. So, y'all gotta forgive me, okay? When you have names that are not your names, I cannot keep it straight. What's funny is that I know, like earlier today, I was like, Sweeter donated. Let me add her to the list. Then culture came in and I was like, oh no, did I get them mixed up? But I didn't get y'all mixed up. But then I thought that I got y'all mixed up, and then that's what ended up getting y'all mixed up. So that's I'm so sorry. You guys are just gonna have to forgive me. It might happen again. It's not that I recognize your individual energy. Like I know culture. I know I did a private reading with you recently. I know that. I'm very aware of that. Sweeter. I know you ask about Milo. I know that you ask about Rashad, things like that. I know we have conversations on Instagram. It's like energetically, I know who you guys are. It's just for some reason the names I'm getting confused. But anyways, hopefully I can be back on my A game when I'm feeling a little bit better. Maybe this is just a fluke. I don't really know. But yeah, okay. We're back on. And Sweeter likes the tea, and Sweeter left me a really great review. Like, I know you guys. And Culture tipped me the other day a really generous tip. Like, trust and believe, I know you guys. I know how to separate the two of you, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I promise. I don't like lump you guys together. I do know who you are individually. Okay. So let me scroll back a little bit. Momo. Honestly, I don't remember. Oh, I think I did yours, Smiley, but Boss Lady, I didn't skip you. Boss Lady had like multiple comments that she had made, so I was looking for her question. So you might be after Boss Lady in the recording, Smiley, but you weren't skipped. I go in order of the comments. So technically Boss Lady's question was before yours, Smiley. It just might have looked like I skipped you. I think I got a yes. I might have been like the Page of Swords or something, but just scroll back because I'm like almost positive I did your reading. But that's why I say to make sure that you guys are here, make sure you're present for your reading, because if I accidentally skip you, if you're here, you can say, hey, I think you skipped me. But if you aren't here and I don't do it, well, you gotta, accept that fate because you're not physically here and I ask you guys to be present. All right, let's see. All right, so Sweeter, you were looking into a conversation with him, but you want to look a little more into your free question. Culture, I just got your donation for your yes no friend, so you can post it now or you can wait. It's up to you unless you put it in your donation. Yeah, if you want to post your question anytime, feel free to do so. Thank you guys. Thank you for forgiving me. You're welcome, Smiley. I don't, sweeter. So I'm going to scroll back real quick and take a look. Actually, I'm going to send a message to Brennan and let him know that I'm still working. He always calls me on his way home. All right. Sweeter, you were the first one in tonight. Oh, was it the pregnancy question? It might have been. You might already be typing to me right now too. And I'm scrolling in the chat, so let me see what you said. Oh, okay. Yep. Yes. Dang. Okay. Oh, did you ever find the reading that I asked you about when you said that another reader said the same thing about like your love lives and stuff? And I was like, oh, if you find it, like timestamp me. I don't know if you ever found it, but if you do, I'm still interested in watching it. Okay. All right. So, do you have a specific question for me? Like the conversation that you plan on having with him? Do you want to like know if you should have that conversation right now? Do you want to know more about maybe the future family that you guys can have together? Like, because, well, we might have to like break this down unless you just want me to tap into the energy and just see what comes through. I can. But I don't know if like, because it's a mini, I don't know. I guess I need to know what question is most important for you for me to answer because it is a mini reading. So I want to make sure I'm addressing the part that means the most to you because I can't, do a lot with this. I can pull 5 cards. Yeah, well, you got to take care of yourself too. So don't feel like you have to send it to me. And if you don't want to, that's totally cool too. I just thought it would be neat to like look at it and watch it and just see what other people had said. Okay. So let me know. Okay, so you said the baby question is important for me and his reaction. Sweeter, when I do a collaboration with my cousin Brittany, she has a channel called Being Brittany Tarot. It's actually the reason why her and I connected in adulthood because we have that in common. She just had a baby in November, so we haven't done a collaboration since it's been a couple months, but we do fertility readings. So I would definitely recommend checking out when we get back together to do another collab because you might get some fertility information. She's clairvoyant, so she's really good at like seeing images and things like that. And you get a reading from each of us. So I would definitely recommend that at that time. But as of right now, let's look into the baby situation. Because I said I was sensing a baby for you guys. So let's see. Do you want me to ask, like, if you were pregnant, if you are pregnant, or if you got pregnant, how would he react? Is that like a good way to word this? Okay. Yeah, definitely check her out. We do, she doesn't do it as much now. She does have a full-time job, but you know, she's had 3 kids, and I really feel like when you have children, you just get more connected to the divine, the esoteric world, the other realm. I feel like the veil gets thinner. And so she really trusted me. We're very similar in how we read, and I think it's really cool to think about how maybe we have the same spirit guides because we have the same bloodline and the same lineage. And she's very much like a tell it like it is. She's very like blunt and straightforward. She's very funny, and I think that you would really jive with her energy as well, because it's like, no, give me the tea, she will give you the tea. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, she will be straight with you. And she just like really has a really insightful way to get information that sometimes I can't get, or vice versa. Like if she's kind of struggling, I'll like get something and I'll channel, and then, you know, we just work really, really well together. So those are a lot of fun. All right. So if Sweeter is pregnant, or if she gets pregnant, how will he react? How will he react? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. This gave me chills. Oh my god. I'm kind of shaking. Maybe that's how he's going to react. Maybe he's going to be like surprised, but like in like a happy way, like the way that I felt when I saw this card, like kind of like shaking, but just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Because I have the 10 of Cups. So this indicates like happiness, like he feels like all of his cups are full, like this is what he's been wanting, so he's looking for. Maybe he'll get chills. Let's see, he wants multiple children as well. I don't think he wants just one baby. I feel like he likes the idea of things happening in twos. So like if you have one baby, he's going to want a sibling for that one. If you have another baby, he might try for a fourth. Like I feel like he likes the idea of your kids having another partner, like to go through life with. You both want 7. Oh my god, this makes me wonder if you're gonna try for number 8. It really makes me wonder. Well, here's the thing. Did you either of you, you know, he has a kid and you have, okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. So like but you have children too, right? Don't you have like 2 kids, or no, am I wrong? I know he has 1 child, I believe a daughter. But basically, like, I feel like he likes the idea of the children having them close together and closer in age, so they always have like a person. You said same as you want Irish twins. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so cute. Remember when I told you what he said to you before? Wait, what did you tell me? What did he say to you before? He has 5 sisters on his mom's side and 8 on his dad. So you both really, really love the idea of having a big family. So that's why I was like, I think he's going to want more than one. Like, I don't see this as him being happy. Like, you know what's funny? 10 of Cups. Literally, that could mean like 10 children. Wow, that would be crazy. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean you're birthing them all, Sweeter, unless you want to. He could have a very philanthropic heart. You could maybe there's a rotation that happens. Maybe you decide to foster for a little while, and that kind of completes the family. Or maybe you adopt, and that feels like it completes the family. I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be that there's this desire to like just continue to procreate. And I think that he's like shaking. I feel like I can almost feel like his reaction. And for some reason, like I see him leaning over onto something, like he's leaning over a bed in disbelief and excitement. He's leaning over a counter or a table, or he's like leaning forward. Like, I don't know, I'm getting like leaning forward and then like squatting to his knees, like in excitement. So I don't think this is a situation where he feels he can really stand and receive this news. I feel like he's like leaning or squatting down, but he's so happy. Like he's just like so happy. Like I feel because you might even be able to see some flush in his face. Like his cheeks might even get redder or something. Like I just feel just this feeling of like now my life begins. He's very into like his lineage. Like he's very interested in like his life, like his bloodline being continued, and it just feels very profound for him. When you first got together alone, he told you he could understand if a man wanted to be you to be the mother of their kids. Yeah. Then we had the same conversation the second time. He admitted to seeing me be a great mom. Yeah, absolutely. So here's a question. Out of the two of you, how many children do you already have like not together, not the two of you having a child, but like how many, if you guys blend your families, how many children are there already? Because for some reason I'm seeing at least 4. I would say 4 more is what it feels like. Between the two of you having 4 more additional children. So it makes me wonder if you have 3 already, or maybe you don't have any at all. Why am I seeing that you have? I feel like maybe it's your spirit babies that I'm like tapping into. If you don't have kids already, I'm feeling 2 babies around you already. Maybe they're twins. I don't know. You said something about Irish twins, but maybe they're actual twins. Or very, very, very close in age. You could have 2 spirit babies around you. But yeah, he finds mental strength with this information. He feels like he says, and my life has just begun. He feels like this is just it's unlocked a whole new level for him. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I was going to say, you have 2 around you already that are already considered your children. I see. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. But yeah, as far as Milo, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. But as far as he is concerned, your person you're asking about, he feels like this is just a whole new life opening up for him. He's very, very, very happy with this information. This makes him excited. It makes him, and it's not that he feels like his life has just begun, because clearly you are important to him and you are a life beginning for him. Clearly his daughter is important for him and she is a life beginning for him. But what he means by this is the picture that he always had in his mind of having a family unit like really feels solidified in this moment, that he feels like, okay, what I pictured, what I envisioned, what I always wanted to happen is actually happening. And it's that like family unit, that togetherness, that like I have my person has me, we're putting our family together and we're starting something new. Like that's what I mean. Twins running your family, your grandmother had 15 total. You guys have so many children in your family. This is wild. 3 sets back to back, and he also has twins. And you could have twins, girl. Mark my words. Mark my words. All right, sweeter. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of everything and answered some questions that you have. And a drink. Triplets in yours too. Each twin your grandmother had were barely a year apart, and they each have a set or two of their own. Yeah, so like that's a big theme that I was picking up on, was that you guys have kids back to back. Like there's always a sibling for the other sibling that are close in age. That's like a very strong thing. And I also feel like whenever the messages come in very quickly and clearly like that at the beginning of a reading, that's probably the most important part, is the things that I say right at the jump. And then obviously the things after that are just like filler information, like details. But that was like a really strong message that came in for me like right at the beginning. Of course, in certain circumstances, it may take me a while to get the message, and then that doesn't always ring true. But most of the time, I would say like 95% of the time, whatever impressions I get right from the jump is usually like the parts that we need to talk about. All right. So you're very welcome, friend. Thank you guys. Thank you, boss lady, for being here. I'm really happy to hear things are going better with your husband. And I really hope that you get this appeal like I see coming for you. And I hope it's sooner rather than later. Well, don't be nervous. Yeah, I think that's important. Sweeter is to definitely consider him during this time. And maybe getting a test or two, you know, just like trying to see if you can confirm it for yourself before you say anything, because you don't want that to be like a little bit of hope for him. And then if it turns out that wasn't the case, it might put him sink him more into like a deeper grief or a deeper sadness. You definitely don't want that to happen. You definitely want this to be like as much of a sure thing as possible. But at the same time, also waiting a little bit too will help him have a clear mind when he receives this news. So I think, you know, you don't keep him out of the loop, but just try to be as sensitive as you can to this as much as possible for as long as possible. It would definitely be the recommendation. All right. So next up we have SB. SB, if you're here, let me know. I know you were saying that you had to take care of some things, so you might not be able to join the live right away, but curious if you're here. I do have to run to the bathroom really quickly. What's going on with me? I'm like trying to keep my fluids up, so I guess that's why. Oh, I'm happy that he says that he appreciates you, sweeter. Yeah. Have a good night, girl. You're very welcome, boss lady. Kayla, no. I'm so sorry, friends. Kayla, do you follow me on Instagram by chance? Because I post over there in my stories when I'm going live, or like what my plan is for the day. So if you follow me over on Instagram, if you go on Instagram, you can see on my stories, and maybe that will give you a little bit more notice what I'm doing for the day. You have your YouTube notifications turned on. Okay. Dang, I'm so sorry. I don't know what that's about. I do know that some people, they'll like unfollow my channel and refollow it, and then sometimes that triggers the notifications to come through again, because sometimes it doesn't work for me either. Like I'll follow myself from like another channel and then I get the notifications, but sometimes they don't come through either for me. Some people have said they try unfollowing and refollowing and turning notifications on. Sometimes that trips it enough to like recognize to start doing that again. But I can't explain what happens on the YouTube tech side. But, you know, I also understand the controversy over Meta and not being on Instagram and all of that. So if you don't want to do that, that's totally cool. But I do like to offer that as a suggestion because I feel like people get to stay up to date with me in real time more often. Because I don't think, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know, please. But I don't think YouTube allows stories. If YouTube allowed stories, then I would just put a story up. But I don't think that they do stories on YouTube. I think stories are like TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. But I would love, love, love for them to do stories. That would be really cool. You hate Meta. Yeah. Sorry, girl. I know it. Trust and believe I know it. I would just be a YouTube girly only if it wasn't for my business. Like I absolutely would just stick with YouTube. I delete Facebook often. I delete Messenger. I delete X. I deleted Threads. The only thing I have right now that I actively use is Instagram, but you don't know how badly I want to delete Instagram too. But I can't. I have to do it. I have to have it. I never allowed you to dispute, lost all of your pictures. I'm so sorry. Instagram is horrible with that. Someone hacked into my brother's account and he still has access to the account because it's public, so he can still get the pictures from that account, but he never got it back. Like there's no support for people who get hacked on Instagram. Like if you get hacked, oh well, that's it. You have to make a whole new, that's happened to multiple people I know. They just had to make a new account because they got taken over and there was no help. There was no support to try to dispute it. So at least with him, he like had access to his pictures because the account's still public, but he can't get in on the back end. And I'm really sorry that happened to you. That sucks. Yeah, I can understand that. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I am never going to promote you to like start an Instagram account. That's not me. It's like if you happen to have Instagram, follow me. And if not, oh well, we'll figure it out together. Yeah, you're welcome, Kayla. All I can recommend is just maybe unfollowing and refollowing and see if that helps at all. But just know I'm usually on late at night. So, and usually not this late. This late is kind of rare for me, but every once in a while I'll be here. And then I would say follow me on TikTok if you have it, but who knows what's going to happen with TikTok now. So I think we just got to wait and see how things play out. YouTube is probably the safest bet, but I wish that YouTube did stories because that would be really helpful for my business. Do you hear that, YouTube? Do stories. Maybe I can persuade them. Hey, Cappy. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Let's see. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll get started on SB's reading. I will be right back. And we are back. I'm about to get started on SB's reading. Philomena, are you here by chance? I know you said not to do yours if you weren't here, to just save it, but I'm just curious. All right, SB. We're doing a love spread for SB. SB, I love how much you love my love spreads. I really do. Just shuffling for you right now. Just scanning the cards now, just trying to see the energies. Well, first off, I want to just say, looking at the overall energy, I don't have like cups. So that's telling me that there might be a lack of emotional investment at this time, from him, from you both potentially. So what that tells me, I feel, as it stands, is that this is not, well, I take it back. There is cups here, but it's the 8 of cups, so it's not the best card. But there's not like lovers or 2 of cups or 10 of cups or page of cups or knight of cups. You know, like I'm not getting like a very like big hitting, heavy hitter romance that we're talking about here. To me, it feels more like practical, like maybe we're just going through the motions and just kind of seeing how things go. I wouldn't say that either of you are really swept off your feet by the other person, but maybe you feel like you have a lot of things in common, or maybe like definitely some areas of interest that you have in one another, and that's why you're interested in pursuing this connection, getting to know each other more, seeing how it goes. And I think that's kind of a great way to start this reading, because that's where it shows for him is that he's just like in for whatever. He's like, I know what I want out of life. I know what I'm looking for. SB definitely checks some of these boxes, so I'm excited to see what can come from it. I think that he's just strictly in observation mode, and that's what he intends to do, is the Queen of Swords. He feels not necessarily analytical, but I get like a little bit of, oh, that's you. Oh my gosh. Hey, girl. Hey, I thought that was you, but I wasn't sure. I was like, I've been calling people the wrong name tonight. You can ask Culture and Sweeter. So I just wanted to be safe. I wasn't sure. Thank you for confirming for me. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. He's more of like the earthy, like that's what I was literally just about to say before I saw it was you. He's more of like the earthy, grounded, practical, know what I want, know what I'm looking for vibe. That's definitely him. I think he's also very analytical when it comes to your connection. So he could have a very analytical mind. Maybe his type of personality is more based in the here and the now and the fact, rather than what's the future possibility, what is something that could happen. Now, does he have a mind for what he's looking for? Yes, but I don't think he's like a dreamer in the sense of the word. I think he's more what's going on here now. So that's kind of how he's looking at this connection, is in a very scientific, analytical way. He's looking at you as, what boxes do you check? Do you fit the formula? Like, and you might be looking at him similarly. So there's nothing wrong with this approach. He might be trying to figure out what's the best result here. Like, what is going to set me up for success? Like, that's his energy. He's like, this is what I want. You fit the puzzle. Yeah, seriously. And I'm like, cool, let's see how this works. He said you're perfect for him. So I think what you're looking for more of in what you want is, well, first of all, he is great for you. This guy on paper, like just being very upfront with his intentions and like making you feel wanted and desired. You're like, let's see. But I think for you, you're feeling like the romance is lacking. We don't have a lot of cups here. So it's like he's got everything going for him in the sense of what you want out of a man and what you want out of a relationship. He's got a lot of really great things going for him, but you are missing that depth that I think you want, that passion that you're looking for. So I think that could be a little bit of a hindrance for right now. I think that he really just wants to find his dream woman and just pack her up and get on his way with her. Like, I feel like he's just like, yep, you're mine. And he's like slinging you over his shoulder and he's like, let's go. So I feel like that's his vibe. Is that like once he knows what he wants, once he sets his sight on something, he's like, that's it for me. So you need to see that aspect from him, that like he can get down. You need to see from him that that there's chemistry, that there's more to this. Because like, you don't want a roommate, you want a husband, you want a best friend, but you need that sizzle, Yeah, you hope it gets spicy. I hope it does too. Because what's happening is you're like, is this friend or is this actual potential? And so that's kind of where you guys are going right now. I think that you guys have a lot of strengths. I think that you're very, very compatible in a lot of different ways. But again, that aspect is missing. So I really hope he can turn it up for you. I really hope he can really show you what he's made of, because then that's going to really help the energy that I'm picking up on right now. Same culture, same values, lots of similarities. Yes, yes. Where am I? So yes, all of these things are strengths for you. The weakness here would be, oh my gosh, I do have cups here, but it's 5 of cups. This is why I'm overlooking them and saying that they're not cups, because they are, but they're like the sad ones. So it's essentially like, if you don't feel that there's enough chemistry in this relationship, you're not going to be able to like pursue this. So you have to explore this for yourself. You have to see what this man is like in a private setting. And I think that, like the Wheel of Fortune, this could be positive for you. This could really turn things around for you if you see it. And if you feel it, and if you know it's there. That's like really what I feel like you're waiting on. Well, you do have wands. So the things that you don't see right now are the passion, the energy around the relationship being the Knight of Wands. I do think this person is going to kind of surprise you a little bit, in terms of maybe you're thinking, I do find him more attractive than I originally thought. So you just have to like allow that to kind of unfold and see if there's anything there. Now, sometimes there isn't anything there. There's nothing you can do about it. But I do think this man has a trick up his sleeve. And I do think that there are some parts of him, passionately, romantically, chemistry, all of that. Like, I feel that he's going to surprise you a little bit, because we do have the Knight of Wands. So the energy around the relationship indicates that there is physical attraction, but again, physical chemistry is the question mark. It's not the attraction, because you guys both find each other visually appealing. It's the physical chemistry. But with a Knight of Wands, that indicates that there could be a very explosive type of attraction for each other that happens. Sometimes it comes on very quick and unexpected, but it's very exciting. It's very alluring. It's like gets you in your feels. It's like a very like you turn me on, and that catches me by surprise kind of energy. And also the Knight of Wands is like a physical attraction, and it does talk about one night stands and things like that. But because of the person, we have to take into consideration all the elements that this person is. I don't think he's going to try to hook up with you and leave. I think he's going to want to pursue you. So you don't have to take that part of it, but it's there. It indicates like a really good time for you. So I do hope I'm right. There is underlying passion here. I think too, I feel like what you need from him, SB, is like for him to not be so agreeable as well. Like underneath it all, what's hidden, you need to feel a little resistance from him, because it's like you really like that he's made his intentions clear. And yes, that's everything that you've been asking for, but you also need to know there's like a man under there, like a man that's going to take charge. And like he will butt heads with you a little bit if he doesn't agree with you. He'll challenge you a little bit if he doesn't agree with you, but in a loving way. I feel like you need that. And so you kind of need to see that like he's got some passion in him, that he can like put you in your place if you need it, but like in a sexy way, you know, like in a gentle, nice way. But you need to feel that from him. You need to see that he can bring that to the table. And as far as will the relationship be successful, I think you guys have great success. I think you have mutual energy. You have the ability to really be of service to each other, to have very equal playing field, to feel like you both are putting in the same amount of effort into the connection than the other person is. You feel like it's very balanced. I am getting a yes here. All right, so let's take a look at your next question. Hi, honey. You know how many times I wanted to take out your burrito bowl and eat it? I'm so hungry right now. Shuffling for you, SB. All right, so SB, we have the Justice card. So this talks about him being very aware of actions and consequences. I feel like having justice as like a arcana in this reading, or as a person's archetype, personality, I feel like that's very important, because this indicates that he understands that the choices that he makes impact not only himself but everyone around him. This makes him be a very conscientious type of person. This makes him think through his actions, which indicates that he will think through his actions with you, and he will think about what it is that he's doing and how this will affect you in the long run. This also indicates that he will be very considerate in a relationship, accounting for what your opinion is and what you think and what you want, not just making decisions on his own. This card is a very positive card, but there is kind of like a shadow side of that, or a dark side of that, which could indicate that even though he knows something's going to make you mad, if he wants to do it, he's going to do it anyway. So it's like he does see the full scope. And I think most of the time that does mean that he really thinks through his actions, really thinks through his choices. But if you ever catch him doing something, like, kind of joking right now because I kind of made this joke with my husband, but I was like, I really wanted to eat the food that I got you, kind of thing. He knows he's going to piss you off. So if he does something like that where, he ate the leftovers or something, just know he knows that you were going to be pissed, and he did it anyway. So just keep that in mind, as far as who he is and like his personality. I don't mean that he's manipulative, and I don't want to get this twisted. I do think that he's a very good guy. He's very stand-up personality. I do feel like he, but he very much understands. So don't let him pull the wool over your eyes. Like, he knows a lot more and sees through a lot more than what he lets on. So definitely, you love the details. So definitely, like, call him out on it. That's what's really going to correct his behavior in the beginning. Is be like, absolutely, you are not going to gaslight me. I know that you know this, and you know that you know this. Do not do it again. Like, calling him out on this is definitely going to, like, calibrate this in the beginning of the relationship. So just put him on the spot, make him feel uncomfortable about what he did, and he will feel shame and he will never do it again. So yeah, the Justice card just really indicates to me that he's a very thoughtful person. He's very considerate. He thinks through things. He understands the importance of life lessons and being fair and being honest. And I really feel like he's a rule follower with this energy. It makes me feel like it's important to him to do things the right way and to, like, follow the rules. So that might be also another thing that's important for your connection as well, is to make sure that you guys are always on the same page. make sure that if you guys live together, that you kind of have like a understanding of what you each are responsible for in the home. Because he'll follow through, he'll step up and he'll do his part, he'll do what needs to be done, but make sure that there's an understanding there. So like, for example, maybe you guys want to switch roles every week. Maybe you don't want to always be the one cooking or always be the one cleaning. Maybe he doesn't always want to be the one taking out the trash. Like, you guys work together, or maybe it works better for you both to each just have your assigned responsibilities, and that's how you move forward in life and make it really easy for yourself. But he understands rules, he likes structure, so he's going to really appreciate you just kind of laying it all out there in the beginning of what you want, what you're looking for. Obviously, this doesn't have to equal a very stagnant, boring, predictable relationship. Your relationship can be very unpredictable in other ways. The things that you do together, your sexual relationship can be very unpredictable. But as far as the foundation of your connection goes, it's going to be good to be a little bit structured, because he likes that feeling. He likes knowing what to expect from you. I think that he also will very much like dote on you. He'll show you his appreciation in certain ways, whatever his language is, that he wants to do that. But I think that he will make you feel appreciated. He will make you feel recognized. He will make you feel important. And part of this comes with, I think, wanting to show you off a little bit. I think he likes having you on his arm. I think he likes saying, this is my girlfriend, this is my fiance, this is my wife. I think he likes having you there with him to silently support him, maybe at business events like work parties, or as a wedding date or something like that. He likes the accompanying. I don't know what I'm looking for, but he likes that aspect of being with you. Like, he likes being able to say, this is my person. Like, that makes him feel really good. So kind of like in the aspect of wanting to show you off a little bit because he's really proud of you. But again, also just making you very much aware of how much he recognizes all the things that you do for him, for your relationship, for your children, if you have kids together. Like, how much you contribute is important to him, and he wants you to know that it means a lot. So just basically making you feel recognized and seen. So that could be things that he says, things that he does, things that he buys you, ways that he shows you, whatever his language is, but the end result is the same. I also feel like he's the type of person that will be like defensive of you. So he's not going to call you out or embarrass you in front of other people. He's the type of person that will pull you aside and be like, this really bothered me that you did that. Can you not do that anymore? But he doesn't want to show any kind of fracture in the relationship. He will always make sure that these disputes happen in private. Now, I don't know what the catalyst is for this. I don't know if that's just the type of person that he is, or if something happens where he knows that's the rule and moving forward. So, for example, I'm saying this to you now, but let's just say you guys go to a party and he kind of says something about you or about the connection that made you feel very uncomfortable. You're going to go to him and you're going to say, hey, I didn't like that. I don't ever want that to happen again. If there's an issue or a joke or something private that's just between us, I don't want you to announce that to anyone else. That's just private information. Don't do that again. He will never do that again because, like I said, he likes the rules. So what that means is that just because I say to you now, he wants things to stay private, and he will, if there's ever any issue, it will be a side conversation. If that happens to happen, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. It just means that you have to address it, and therefore it will not be a problem moving forward. So just keep that in mind. But I feel like he's the type of person that's going to come to your defense. He's really going to make sure that other people know, like, this is my girl. Don't fuck with her. I feel like he'll fight for you. You know, like Spencer Pratt's kind of doing right now. Like he's always like the hype man for his girl. I don't know if you're following the TikTok stuff going on right now, but he's like always saying like good things to the public, to people in his life, to his friends, whatever, about her. Like he's hyping you up even if you're not there. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm picking up on. I think that just to kind of piggyback off of that last statement, he sees the best in you, and even if you're flawed, somehow he can't see it. So I think that's definitely a good thing, but at the same time, want to make sure that he also understands and has realistic expectations that you are human. And even though he thinks you're an angel sent from this, from God to this earth, that like you do have challenges. He needs to understand, like, if you're having a hard time, that you can tell him that. You need to feel like he'll understand it and not just think, oh, she can handle it. She's strong. She's perfect. She's amazing. She doesn't have anything wrong. You need to feel like you can go to him and have these kinds of conversations like, no, I am flawed. No, I am struggling with this. And I need to know that you can communicate with me about this. Like sometimes you might have to kind of bring him down to earth a little bit, because he might think that you're just like too perfect, that he might not realize that you're actually struggling, because he just thinks that you're good, your life is good, you're happy. So that might be a little bit of a challenge for you there occasionally. But I figured since you said you love the details, I would try to dig into that as much as I could. All right. Last question for you. And Philomena, if you can check in with me really quickly, let me know if you're here. I'm working on the last question for SB, and after this, I will be signing off. Okay, so how is he doing in his professional life? So the positive is that he has a lot of ambition. Like he has goals, he has his mind and his heart set on what he wants his life to look like. I feel like he gets a lot of inspiration. He has a lot of energy when it comes to his ideas and things that he thinks would work. I think he struggles with the ability to put maybe all of his focus in one place for a long enough period of time. So for me, reading this energy, because we got a lot of pages and we got a lot of knights, it indicates that, and then the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it indicates that he has so much thought energy and he can't channel it. Like it's hard for him to like focus it in one area. Because he's wanting to do so many things at once. And I think that sometimes that makes him fail. And it's not because it's his plans aren't good. It's not because his plans aren't a good idea, but it's like imagine if you have like 7 bowls, okay, and you have water, like a cup of water, and that cup of water can fill one bowl up to the top. But you're just taking the time to fill each bowl with like a little bit of water, instead of just filling the one up all the way and then being done. Then you can work on another one and fill that up all the way and being done, and filling the next one up all the way and being done. He's too focused with his one bottle of water and he's filling up each bowl just a little bit. And so like these things aren't coming to fruition because he's not channeling his focus in one area, filling that up, making sure that's successful and is on the way and ready to go. And then moving on to the next thing, he's too all over the place. And so I feel like career and professionally, he may have had some failures because he wasn't putting the proper amount of investment into it. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it's just, he doesn't have good management. He's not finishing what he started in some areas. So these may have been past lessons. These may have been lessons that he learned before you, that he's now finally understanding and making the right adjustments. But he will probably tell you that, or this could still be something that he's dealing with now. I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like he's dealing with the ramifications and consequences of this. So it makes me feel like he's learning the hard way, if that makes sense. Which is interesting because he has the Justice card, and I'm working on the Destiny Matrix. And Justice is number 8 in the Destiny Matrix, which talks about how this type of person might learn the hard way about things. And so he's learning from his mistakes, but he might still be like having to deal with the consequences on the back end. Even though the lessons learned, he might still have residual stuff. So he might have like residual debt from those decisions that he had to learn the hard way. He might be struggling with like keeping a job because maybe, or finding a job, maybe not even keeping a job, but maybe finding a job, let's just say, because his resume looks like he goes from job to job to job and he doesn't have any kind of longevity to prove because of his past decisions. So I feel like you have a really great guy. I feel like you have a guy who has a lot of dreams and a lot of goals. And I feel like as if he can channel it the right way, which hopefully he's already there, hopefully any mistakes he was going to make about his career and finances are in the past. You have a really great guy who knows how to now channel that energy in the right way to make himself a profit. That way he can really get what it is that he needs and what he's looking for. But what I would say, SB, with this person is to have these kinds of conversations. What do you do for a living? How are your finances? What are your goals? Like literally like an interview. What are your goals for the next 5 years when it comes to your career and finances? What does your future look like? And then what has happened in the past what lessons have you learned like from the past? What does your debt look like? This may seem like a lot to ask someone up front, but you're going to get a good idea pretty much right off the bat. If this person's asking for you to pay for stuff, they probably don't have it like that. If you are the one paying for things, then there's some red flags, in my opinion, just as much as it would be in the reverse. If the girl was constantly asking the guy to pay for things, and every single time he was paying for things, that should also be a red flag. So just keep in mind like the different things you hear. Oh, I'm in between projects. Oh, I just got a job at blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, you just got a job there. What was your last job? How long were you at that job? So there may be some kind of signals or indicators that are making you think to yourself, like, okay, this doesn't sound great. Hopefully this is just a fluke. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I think that you should pay attention to these things because I want to say that the hard part is over. I want to say he's learned from these things. But he does have a lot of page and night energy. And so that tells me that he's still in like the I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm trying to do better stage rather than being a very established person in his career and profession. I don't think he's there yet. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's very established yet. I think that's the plan. I think that's where he's going. I think that's what he's looking to do. But I think that he's still struggling. So that's what I have, SB. Let me know if you have any questions on that. We're going to do a last call for Philomena. And then I'm going to sign off. Oh, wait. Thank you so much for the reminder. Yeah, culture. What's your question, friend? No, I can answer your question. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Let me scroll back up. I'm getting through some kind of allergies or something. I don't know. And I just feel kind of like off. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got you, friend. I got you. All right. Let's see. Philomena, if you're here, this is the last call, and then I will be signing off after I read for culture, okay? All right. Should you wait until the exit interview to tell HR, the boss's boss, that you feel bullied by your boss and colleagues? Should culture wait until the exit interview? Culture, is it your choice to leave? I'm curious. I feel like I need to ask you that question. Is it your choice to leave? Probably need a private reading at some point. You feel like you get clarity for a day and then you're back to realizing how little you know. Yeah, that makes sense. Should she wait until the exit interview? So there's two paths. The one path is if you want to stay, but you're struggling with this because of the boss that you have, but you would like to stay, or at least for the duration of time that you remain at this job, you want it to be more pleasant. They're saying you need to bring this to the HR and boss's boss attention as soon as possible. They're saying that if you're looking to be talked out of leaving your job, if you want them to talk you out of it, or you want them to find a way to diminish this presence of your boss and feeling bullied by your boss, that they could potentially rein him in a little bit to make the duration of your stay, like however much longer you plan on being at this job, a bit more pleasant. But what they're saying is if you are for sure leaving, if you are like, I absolutely just have to go, I don't want them to try to talk me into staying, I need to leave, I think that you could just bring it up at HR and the boss at the exit interview. But I don't know how much of an impact it's going to make if you bring it up then, because they might not know how much weight to put behind your words because they're thinking, well, she's leaving. And in your mind, you might think to yourself, well, I'm leaving and I'm telling you that this is the reason for me leaving. That should be big enough. That should be a grand enough gesture. But nothing is positioning them to make that change with your boss. If you're no longer there and the boss views you as the problem, then they're thinking to themselves, well, I guess I don't need to talk to him because she's gone now. Unless and until this comes up with another employee, we're just going to let it go. So if you want some kind of reprimanding, if you want some kind of conversation, if you want some kind of like retribution for what you've been through and you want to see it play out, you should make that conversation happen before you quit, because that's where the impact is going to be. It will matter either way, but it will matter more if you do it before you go. Because you could say to them, I want to stay here. I want to be here. I like my job, but I'm struggling and I keep going back and forth about whether or not to put in my notice because of the situation that I'm experiencing. And I was hoping that by coming to you at HR, by coming to the boss's boss, that you would be able to help me in this situation. You would be able to help me navigate this and maybe help mediate things so that my work experience can be more enjoyable and I can focus on my work and not have to worry about feeling this way every single day that I come here. Not only that, but you will be now documented, and therefore if it happens again, you can bring it up to their attention again. It protects you from being wrongfully fired before you're ready to go to a different job, because then you can say, okay, well, I made this complaint, it was filed, and here I am now. So that might help you down the line if you're wrongfully let go. And also it helps with him. And I know you did a yes, no with no elaboration, but I want to help you. So I'm telling you because I don't feel like this was a black and white answer. I feel like in the last thing that it helps with is that way, if there's other people that are feeling this way and you go and make a complaint and that's logged, and then someone else makes a complaint and that's documented, and then someone else makes a complaint and that's documented, but now we're starting to build a case. We're showing like a pattern here. And maybe potentially that person, your boss, will get let go or demoted or put into a different department and see if maybe there's a better fit for him somewhere else. So it does make me feel like it's more impactful for you to say it now, but just be very mindful how you approach it. I would say words like, it would make me more productive if blank, blank, and blank. What are your issues? Reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. Make it seem like he's interfering with your productivity at work, and they're going to get on his case a lot quicker. If you feel like the way he's acting is inhibiting you from getting your job done, say that. If you feel like you are having a uncomfortable work experience because of him, say that. There are certain things that you can say that's going to hit their ear and they're going to go, oh, this is not good. This is not good. We need to get this under control. So you're very, very welcome. Absolutely, girl. I got you. Hopefully you can get this together. If you're the type of person who has a hard time with confrontation, I would say maybe write down talking points and just keep that and just tell them up front, be very transparent and be like, this is a very, what am I trying to think? It's a specific word for very uncomfortable, but just a very nerve-wracking situation that you're put in. So tell them up front and just be like, this is very uncomfortable for me. So I went ahead and thoughtfully wrote these points down, and I'm coming to you to present these specific things because it means a lot to me, and I want you to know this was very, very thought out. Because if they see that you're coming in with something written down or printed out or whatever, they see, or on your phone, if they see that you've actually taken the time to write these things down, they're going to take it more seriously too, because they're not going to think you're just some girl that's just mad at her boss. Her boss just said something and pissed her off and she went straight to HR. You're going to have documented stuff. You're going to have things written down. Even if you can build a little bit more of a case with him, on Tuesday, he did this, and on Friday last week he did this, or last month this specific happened. If you can name specific incidents, just come prepared is all I have to say. Just come prepared, because they're here for you. They're here to help you. They're here to fight for you. But at the same time, you are an employee, just like your boss is an employee, and it's their job not to take sides. So the more documentation you have, the more collected you are going in there, the more seriously they're going to take this. Yeah, perfect. All right, girl. Well, I hope you have a great night. Of course, let me know if you need anything else. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you lovelies have a wonderful rest of your night, and I should see you guys tomorrow. Bye.